What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don Illuminati, back with another video. Yeah, man. So we had to come back into the vicinity, in the facility. You know what I'm saying? Because today what I want to talk about is definitely something spatial. Let's say it's alienistic. Let's just say it was a dream that I had. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a movie called Slither, or if you ever seen a movie called The Faculty. Okay. Now, I had a dream that was literally like a mesh of both of these dreams. It was like The Faculty and the Slither movie in one. But it was crazy, dog. Now let me tell you, it was a new pestilence, a plague, right? That it took over. It was an epidemic, and it was a parasitic plague. Now I'm about to break this down, and it was a dream. It was a very visional like dream. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see these visions, all right, you know, they can happen. They may not happen, but if they're happening, it's like, all right, man, this is definitely happening somewhere, whether it's in this room or not, whether it's in another room and it's gonna end up clashing with this room. I've seen some other realms out there that's literally like other dimensions, right? And I'm just saying that's what I've seen, right? Because even scientists believe that there are multiple universes happening at once. I'm really starting to think the same thing because these dreams, y'all, these dreams, where do we go? We're not going nowhere in this world. We're going somewhere else. But where is it? You understand what I'm saying? And why is it that sometimes you can talk to people in there and you see events that your mind wouldn't even play up here? Our graphic mentality is not that creative. You understand what I'm saying? To make scenes and pictures and people move and people talk. Now, if that is a part of our brain that is being accessed when we're asleep, then we must be a whole lot smarter than we really think we are. But we must be dumber when we're walking around in reality. Because a lot of people, they don't follow their dreams. And they do follow reality. And what reality is bringing them to is lies and a deceitful lifestyle. Now, anyway, let's get back to the dream. So I had this dream where it was an epidemic. And it was a breakout full of mass parasites that were ending up in the people's bodies, being about 3 to 4 feet long, right? No, I would like to say maybe, about 4 feet long, maybe even 5 feet, right? Because it was crazy because it was like this, the whole sky had got black and it was kind of bluish. You see what I'm saying? So it was black, little tint of white and bluish, right? And it was like, it was as if that there was something coming into the midst, into the atmosphere, into the realm. And whatever it was talking to its entities that had attached to the host, the people, right? Now, these parasites were big and black and long and skinny, about that thick, and they were hanging out the people's mouths about this long. And everybody that was in a dream that had that parasite attached to them, because it wasn't everybody, but it was a lot of people, they were looking up with their mouths open, and the little tentacle thing was hanging outside their mouth, just doing like this. And if you look around, all the people was looking up, and they had this little black tentacle thing hanging out of their mouth going like this. And it was like it was talking to the sky, talking to whatever energy had control of them. It was almost like they were in praise, in sync communication to whatever it was that was in the sky. Now, these parasites were they were literally attached to the host so severely that it was like a tumor attached to their body, to the point where the only way to get rid of them would be through surgery. Mind you, at this particular time, it's a mass breakout, it's an epidemic. There is no surgeries going on. And the people had already literally been took, the host had literally been taken completely over, to the point where it was like, if you would remove these things, even surgically, it's a possibility that they could die and they could bleed out, because these things have because they attached to the host a lot more. It was like another stage that they was able to complete, to actually have a full grasp on the host. Now let's talk about these parasites. And let's talk about the divine connection that they have with the spiritual realm in darkness. Mind you, this is where parasites are that can live. Think about everything that looks parasitic. And you lift up a rock and you see there's all kind of movement going on under there. Why you think those things are under a rock? Because they live in darkness, y'all. And anything that lives in darkness is tied to a dark spirit. Okay? And this is the reason why God is a very important thing if you want to release demons. Okay? A parasite is another form of a demon, and it's the actual form of demon that can actually have attached to your physical host. Physically, we're not talking about spiritual battle here, y'all. Not when it comes to this one. This is why, see, when God told you don't eat certain things, do you think that was for spiritual reasons? Yes, but it was also for physical reasons first that would have you tied up to spiritual reasons. You see where I'm getting at? This is the reason why he told certain individuals don't eat certain things. Why? Because these things leave these things behind in the body. Okay? Now, everybody wants to believe that, demons can only attach themselves to a host spiritually. Y'all didn't think that this could be a physical thing. Why do you think that 1/3 of the meat section is pork? Why do you think when you go to the gas stations and the grocery store and you go down the drink aisle and you can barely find a water? Well, let me tell you why. Because parasites feed off sugar in the blood. They feed off glucose. They don't feed off the food that you put in your body. They could care less about that. Now they can, and they can eat anything, all the way up to steroids in the body. As long as there's sugar in the body, they'll take them steroids and eat that like it's alcohol. Like, oh yeah, you gonna get up today. Well, don't eat too much because it might kill you. As long as I drink my food and my water, I'll be good. So as long as they got glucose in the blood, glucose comes from sugar. Okay? Now I want to tell you how to get these demons out of your body. The real ones. They're living organisms that are literally attached to the demonic realm. That would be this. It wouldn't matter what a demon looked like. If you were to take that figure, blow it up, chop it up, and look at its face, you wouldn't be able to tell if it was a demon or, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, these things were not meant to live inside us. These things were not even designed to live in the light, as we can see, right? So why would they want to be connected and live in our body? Why? Because they'll live anywhere. They'll live anywhere, and it's the people who will allow them to live in their body. So you see, now once you get this information, once the information starts coming out about certain foods and certain things that they're doing to the foods, they're poisoning the foods, y'all would rather believe that they're just poisoning the foods. No, they're poisoning you. They're feeding your parasites nothing but sugar. They'll go out here, you drink coffee, you drink sodas, you drink juice. How much water do you drink? If you don't drink that much water, you ain't really flushing it out. If you don't eat your vegetables and your greens and your fruits, you're not flushing it out. These are the detox foods that we have to eat. Pineapples, papaya seeds. There are certain things that you have to have that you eat. Potatoes that have enzymes in it. Enzyme is it's like a killer bacteria for parasites. Enzyme kills parasites, and you can find them in pineapples, papaya seeds, and there's a few other things. If you look up what foods have enzymes in them, boom, there's a whole list. I would suggest eating those things before night. Why? Because they say parasites are active in the body the most at night. Why? Because when you're sleeping and your body ain't active and running the nutrition and this, that, and the third, boom, they come out and say, all right, now we're going to come out and we're going to get whatever's left over. And they want to try to dry you up by morning. But if you leave your stomach full of pineapples for the night, yeah, a couple of y'all nights may not be dinner for you. You may have to eat nothing but pineapples. That way you have enzymes sitting in your stomach. So when they come out to eat tonight, have a nice day. You understand? So at the same time, I want to show you how to see, we're going to do to what's in the bodies, to what the government is trying to do to us. You wanted to take them to war, right? You want to make sure they all gone, right? You want to kill them? What do? You attack their food supply. You got to know their food supply first, though. See, they know our food supply. We just about eat anything that they force feed to us, right? Well, what is the thing like roaches, right? Roaches. Everybody has a hard time getting rid of roaches, right? Because they could be a hard thing because roaches know how to survive. Y'all don't think parasites know how to survive? These are just like roaches that's in the body, though. It'll take a hard time to kill them, hard time to get out. There's only one way to kill roaches. Roaches they'll last through the Armageddon if they have to, for fire and all this. You know what I'm saying? But what if, see, because I've helped a few friends out that had an issue with these problems, and I just did my research or whatever, and you want to, their backs are very hard, so you can stomp on them. But guess what, y'all? Their bellies are very soft, but their bellies are being protected by their back because they're covering on it, right? So they're protecting their bellies. What's in their bellies is the food supply, and they can eat anything. But what do they run off of? Water. Now you have to attack the water, but now you got to learn how long to attack the water, because you got to say, well, dang, how long can a roach live without water? Do y'all know that these things can go months without eating? These parasites can go months and all this, that, and the third, right? But if you 7 to 10 days for a roach without water, they die. Something like that, right? So what do you want to do? You want to poison their water supply. Where are they getting their water from? Somewhere around your house. It's pipes that go into your house. It's not just a lake outside where they just hanging out. Nah, it's not what they do. They like that warm environment too. So electric heat, this, that, and the third will draw them, closer by to a house, or just less per se, right? So what you want to do is kill the water supply. Go get you a gallon of pool shock. 1 gallon versus calling an exterminator, having them going around the house, coming back out, this, that, and the third. Listen, don't do it all at once. You know what? But you want to take a cup of hypochlorite. Don't rinse it down the sink. Just pour the hypochlorite, the pool shock in every single sink, every single tub. You make sure all your plumbing system has chloride in it. Sodium hypochlorite. Yo, they taste that thing one time, they dead in minutes. Not even. Less than. See, it ain't no pesticide killer where they just, they walk around with it and then eventually they die off of them. Nah, this ain't that. They take 1 drop of this kind of water, their whole insides get ate out. Roaches are very smart. They're going to be like, yo, we've been infiltrated. Our water supply has been compromised. You know what they're going to do? They're going to leave right away. Why? For survival instincts. These things are not stupid, okay? They're not stupid. As small as they are, they be acting smarter than people. Because when their food supply is being destroyed in their face, they say, come on, y'all, let's get the hell up out of here. Let's go somewhere where our food is safer. That's why I don't understand why a lot of people ain't making greenhouses and gardens right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? Because now you're force-feeded a parasitic living situation that's going to have you tied to demonic entities from outer space. I mean, hey, I know this started with a dream, but how is it that I'm so knowledgeable about these things as well? Well, that's because I've done my research on certain things in the body, because the body is very important when it comes to spiritually, right? The things, look, the Bible does say it does not, it's not what goes into a man that defiles his spirit, but what comes out of him. But imagine a man that is full of living, breathing parasites. What's coming out of him then? Let's take this for an example. We all know the people who love crabs and shrimp, right? Right? Is there not a category of a type of person or people as a whole who loves crabs and shrimp? Right? All right, you're going to say black people. When's the last time y'all saw a man online, a black man, saying, all I want is crabs and shrimp today. I just want shrimp and lobster and a whole bunch of shrimp and crabs. We like crab. People like crabs too. I don't eat them no more, but I used to like them. But you know what I mean? But at the same time, we know it's the BW who loves crabs and shrimp. But is it not also the BW whose mind seemed like it could be under a demonic influence? Look at what they're eating. If y'all don't think that what you eat actually takes some kind of effect on your personality, your characteristics, I hear what the Bible says. That just says that it doesn't defile a man. That doesn't mean that they cannot be saved. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that their spirit is completely tarnished. You can't. Christ made parasites. You can't tarnish the spirit. If the spirit was in you, it's still in you. But you would be unhealthy. Your ways, your circumstances, things could change. Why? Because you're now living off the essence of something dark inside you. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you why. Say if you go a whole year eating salads, right? Your appetite's going to change. Somebody's going to be like, yo, you want this burger? You're going to be like, why? Because your appetite, your body, everything on the inside of you is like, yo, the idea of that burger ain't sitting with me right now. But some put out a fruit. Somebody, yeah. Why? Because your body is now used to that. Your brain, your eyes, when you visualize those foods, those create your appetite now. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you start to less want cheese sticks and beef and this, that, and the third. I'm just saying what it really is. You're no longer kind of turned on by those things, right? So let's say you start eating burgers and everything else and greasy foods for a while, and say you start accumulating it little by little by little, and you're consuming more and more and more, right? So therefore, you're now putting certain toxins into the body, not just toxins, but parasites can start being created through the body through high contaminated sugar, right? So depending on how much sugar you put in your body, that's how many parasites you're allowing to grow when you're not rinsing it out with a proper amount of water and you're not eating your greens and your vegetables. I want to tell you the ratio scale of what your food should be and what your water should be versus water to alcohol, water to soda, water to juice, water to coffee. If you got 8 bottles of water, you could do 2 bottles of coffee, 2 bottles of anything. Because you have to have 8 bottles versus 2 bottles of something. Because our body lives off 80% water. So if you're going to be putting water in there, you need 80% of water in your body every day. So 20% of whatever else you've been drinking, that's your tops. That's your limit. You understand what I'm saying? So if you want to do 1 cup for the juice or something like that in the morning, and then another joint for soda at night, that's your 2 joints. In the middle of that day, you're going to have to flush your system because it's got to be on a ratio scale. If you want to flush it out more, then drink 9 bottles and then say, all right, man, you know what? I might want to have a juice for lunch or something like that. But you definitely got to make sure that you're flushing it out with them enough amount of work. Because if you're not, slowly but surely, they can fight off the dilution because they're not diluted enough. The dilution of the water makes the inside slippery so toxins can't stick. When you eat sugar, sugar becomes a paste for toxins. Literally like paste, like glue. Like, yo, you know what? I was going to go out the body, but now I'm going to stay here because I'm sliding into this paste. And that paste of sugar slides into your tissue. Yeah. And then guess what can start living into your tissue? Inside your tissue. See, the thing about parasites, people think that they're just stuck in one place in your intestines. No, their favorite place might be your intestines because they know that's where all the nutrients at. But if they can't find any there, do you know what they do? They'll go through your whole freaking body, dog. Your whole body. They can go anywhere. See what I mean? So it's not just a food source of you thinking that, oh, what I'm eating, they're just there. No. You're causing these things to spread out throughout the body. You're creating these things by not properly detoxing the body. We're not going to just continue to talk about the foods because I got to keep going. There's just so much with this. Because we breathe in parasites every single day, daily. But our immune system is strong enough to kill off these bacteria and stuff like that, right? Especially when you eat your healthy foods, your broccolis, your greens. Greens is the best thing. Anything greens, vegetables, these are toxins. I mean, these are detox foods because it's the greens that cleans out these toxins. Putting it in greens in your body will draw the toxins out, right? Now, just because you could draw a whole bunch of toxins out, you could take some toxic cleanse, this, that, and the third, and you can ish out some stuff. And you're like, wow, those are the toxins, but you still ain't seen a parasitic thing. Why? Because you flushing out toxins. A parasite is not a toxin. A parasite is a living organism. You're not flushing that out. You see what I'm saying? So when you flush out toxins and you think, oh, I feel better, this, then the third, that don't mean nothing. That parasites can live up to 25 years inside the body, and it can grow up to be about 7 to 12 feet long in the body. They could be fat, long, short, skinny, yeah. But the thing is, the more parasitic presence you have in that body, the more demonic presence you have in that body as well. This is why, and that's why I believe that Christ showed me this vision, because he wants his people to get these things out of his body. When he say he coming for a church without a spot or wrinkle, I don't know. I'm starting to realize somebody might have changed that up too. Because what if it said temple, y'all? Then I would just decipher that it's not talking about a building, because he ain't coming for no building. And he said he coming for the church. He said he's coming for a church, not the church, a church. You mean like one? One means individual. If he said the church, then he's talking about a whole. But he's talking about in particular temples here. I believe he's talking about, I'm not trying to add, but I'm letting you know, I think he's talking about he's coming for a temple without a spot or a wrinkle. And what he means by that is these foods, the inside of you, cleanliness is next to godliness. Let's cut some of y'all open and let's see if his spirit wants to take over your host, wants to enter in your host like these parasites do. See, they don't mind because they're demonic. And they can live with all the toxins and this, that, and the third that you put in your life. That's why I'm about to get back to certain things and where your appetites come from. This is why when you eat the salad for a while, you don't have that appetite for it. But then, like I said, you constantly, gradually build that appetite. Then all of a sudden, now you're starting to have I got a taste for a cheesesteak now. Oh, I got a taste for a big box of Sour Patch. I got this sugar taste now, and I got a sweet tooth now. All of a sudden, you just had a healthy lifestyle. That ain't you. See what I'm saying? The difference now is you got things operating on the side of you that have its own appetite now. Yeah, and they also like liquor and wine, coffee. They like grown people-ish, man. And I'm talking about the parasites. I ain't talking about the toxins. See what I'm saying? Toxins are everywhere. You can just lick your tongue in the air and taste the toxin, but you can't taste it. But we're talking about living organisms that can also come through the air. If you didn't know it or not, about 70% of the parasites that actually enter into your body, you actually breathe them in. Breathe. They're in the air. But like I said, it's up to you to take care of your body so your immune system can work the proper way. You see what I'm saying? And it comes with a diet. It comes with dietary laws to make sure that those ways are not compromised. Trying to make sure that the holy temple ain't compromised. You're not going to tell me you're a holy temple, but you got a body full of parasites. Now, are we? Come on, bro. I want to help people get closer to God like they think they already is. God don't want to live in that. He don't want to be in that, dog. We know that it's not what goes in the mouth that defiles a man. But you keep on eating that and you see what happens. Hey, I don't know who put that in the Bible. I'm only picking up what Christ's telling me, bro. So I don't know. All I know is he been telling me a lot of things that ain't in that Bible, a lot of things that put the pieces together for that Bible, connects the dots, this, and the third. So he telling me this. Nigga, I already know. He showed me the drink. Nigga, yo, the apocalypse is going to be a little bit more than y'all think it's going to be. You understand what I'm saying? Many dimensions could be clashing at once. Because when you bring in that, if Christ is coming in, we're talking about infinite, bro. Christ he's infinite, right? Do you know what kind of being he is? He's a dimensional being. So an infinite dimensional being coming to our space, bro, get ready for whatever he coming with. All he said is he going to protect us. Y'all didn't want no smoke with them. Y'all was lucky to live in the world he gave y'all. But guess what? Since you wanted to become parasitic and demonic, see, he got other worlds for that. And these other worlds are these people. And these other dimensions are these people. And they will enter in to their places when he ushers them Because see, this is the transportation system to get around the universe. Christ. This is why he got to deliver the church to God. This is why he's ushering the demons to the earth. Yeah. How you think they got there? Nobody's going anywhere without him, dog. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know. All right. Because it's my man's. You feel me? He fooled with me heavy. I don't know how heavy, but I'm telling you, he actually fooled me. You feel me? Because he come to me and he talked to me. And it's a real person out there that I've really never seen. Y'all never seen, more than likely. You feel me? I'm just telling you, there's a person out there that his name is God, bro. And he been talking to me. He been telling me stuff for a long time. But he been popping up on me whenever he went lately and just telling me stuff. And that's what I said. Every time he come and tell me something, I'm telling y'all, dog. I'm like, I already told Christ, like, look, Lord, like, yo, if you don't want me to tell him, like, please tell me, show me a way that you want me to keep that confidential, because I don't feel like anything you're telling me is meant to be confidential. Stuff that he tells me is always meant to help other people for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, it gives you a plan to prepare yourself. And he does tell me things about myself too, a lot. He does. He definitely does. But a lot of the times, yeah, he definitely does. I want to say 50-50, man. I want to say 50-50. Because the other 50%, he'd be sitting there telling me about people in your life. He'd be like, yo, he snitch on everybody. Dog. Hey, it is what it is. I use the word snitch. Yes, you damn right. So if you my folks or you think you my folks, don't be doing nothing BS behind my back. Because he's going to tell me, my nigga. He's going to tell me. I knew everything y'all be doing, dog. I seen everything and all that. So, hey, how'd I see it? I don't even be wanting him to be showing me stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna make me go smack this mug. You feel me? But he'd be like, nah, I just wanted you to see. I'm like, all right, cool. And you know what? The fact that I never even bring it to these people's attention, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Because I know he's telling the truth. So I just cut a certain distance, and I have you understand? I don't even let them know that's been going on. I don't even let them know what I hear in the background. I heard y'all. I saw the whole circumstance. I saw y'all, who you was talking to, what you said, everything. I seen it all in the vision. And every time I bring that to a person's attention, I can bring anybody on this camera right now. They tell you it ain't wrong. So I stopped bringing it to their attention. So when he tells me, oh, I'm right there. Yeah. That is what I ain't saying no more. I ain't saying nothing about that no more. I'm going to just keep my eye on them. And I'm telling a guy like this, yeah, okay, well, that's cool and everything. Because as soon as the moment they act up, just let it be known, I'm ready to lick on them. I'm going to lick on them. And when you know what I mean by that, right? All right, cool. I ain't got to go around here showing no gang signs, this, that, and the third to know how I'm getting ready, right? I only got one person I got to tell what's really going down. Look, he going to let me check out on it. Why you think he tapping me on the shoulder? Because I'm telling you, he going to not only remind you, but he going to show you and remind you who your enemies are, dog. Constantly. Until you remove them. And I'm starting to feel it's by any means necessary. I'm starting to feel like that because when I be like, oh, well, what you want me to do to them? He just be sitting back saying nothing else. Like one of these days, I'm going to slide one of them right in front of you. Lord, I'm telling you, I'm going to slide one of them right in front of you because remember, nobody else gave me this information. Now, remember how people used to say, they'd be like, yo, why is it that you could be the person to bring me back this bad information as if you know how y'all be looking at that person like that's the bad person? No, that person can actually be the good person. They're the ones that's looking out for you. You thinking that they're trying to help because they're feeding into the story. No, in actuality, they just want you to know. They ain't being fake. What's being fake about somebody telling you the truth about somebody else that's gossiping? If that's what they heard, maybe you should know. Because you maybe can look and watch it back now. So let's stop looking at those people that be bringing that bad info to us. If they heard something about us, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. You want to know why? Because he was going to bring it anyway. You see what I'm saying? So if he does have people doing that for you in your life, you ought to be thankful. Don't look at that person like they're evil, doing the devil's work and this, that, and the third, because it may not always be that way. And it could also be God will use who he wants to send you a message. So just listen out. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's get back to the parasitic talk. All right. So we discover how to get them out of the body. Oh, by the way, we got to kill the food supply. That's the number one thing, right? This is what we're here for, so we can show you how to kill their food supply. I already told you that the parasites live off glucose in the blood. Glucose gains in the blood by you eating sugar, which turns from sugar into glucose. You feel me? Into your blood. So it's like a transformation to liquids, from sugar to liquid. Basically a liquid is sugar. For them, it's called, in our blood, called glucose. But that's exactly what they feed off of to live. Without that, they can't live. Now, yes, they can feed off of anything else inside the body, even your human tissue. You feel me? They can feed off anything else inside the body. They rarely do that, but they're literally good. They'll starve themselves until they have more nutrition for themselves. So this is what I'm saying, because you're gonna find out that even if they eat certain things, they can eat what you eat, but they ain't gonna live if they ain't got nothing to drink. Their drink is glucose. Like us, we ain't gonna be able to live without water. They can't live without glucose. So you can feed them anything. So in the human body, it takes 5 to 7 days to get the sugars out of your body. If you sugar detox, start drinking water, no sugars at all. I'm telling you, a cup of juice could probably last a parasite 3 days in your body. You see what I'm saying? 1 cup of juice. That's enough for them to feed off even your tissue or whatever else is in your body. But it's still got that glucose that been in the blood. Once it gets some blood, it can actually say, I don't even need you. You can wait 5 days. Why? Because these parasites can live up to 7 to 10 days inside the body without glucose. You see what I'm saying? Just like a human body can live a certain amount of time without water, well, they can live 7 to 10 days without glucose, which means sugar in the body. Now, remember, it takes 5 to 7 days for you to get the sugars out of your body. So you're going to have to start off that last point, then give that thing 7 to 10 days to now not have no supply and get out of the body too. So that's about 2 weeks of no sugar. So my suggestions for you people, if you want to feel better, you want these thoughts to stop coming out of where you want these feelings. You don't know how they're arising, right? You don't know how they arise. It's inside you, cuz. It's inside you. Nothing changed your world today, and all of a sudden your mood changed in one. What person's vibe out there had the effect to change that energy? Why? Because whatever's inside you was connected to their energy. It was bringing you down more. You got 2 people working against you right now, if you didn't know it. What's inside you and the people around you. Because of the things you keep inside you. You get these things from up out of you. You understand? I'm going to show you 75% more of your energy and your spirit. And you might even start getting things done through the power of words, my nigga. Because I'm telling you, you're being confined to a human right now more than ever because of these things. Because you're not allowed to walk in your spiritual body. Spiritual bodies don't come with parasites. Do you understand? They don't come with demons being able or having the permission to be able to live inside the body by the actual host. So then what room is you giving God to be in, to live in there? Y'all say, I want to present myself a living sacrifice before God. Do you understand what that means? That doesn't mean to just die. That means to give my body over to you. That means to make sure that my body is cleansed for his spirit. Because if it ain't cleansed for his spirit, it's only toxins in darkness. The only thing else that can reside inside the body. These are livable creatures that are tied to a demonic realm that we consistently feed. You go into the gas station and you're trying to figure out what you want to drink. It's easy to pick a soda out because they got all the sodas everywhere. They prefer you to feed their demons. You see what I'm saying? And then we wonder why people are running around here sick in the mind, sick in the head, sick in the spirit, sick in the heart. Do you understand? 75% of the spiritual activity that's condoning these people physically is happening from physical living organisms on the inside of their body. And the worse the infestation is, the more demonic this person is going to be. Oh, whether you don't think so? Okay. Well, why do you think that when they cast out the demons, they decided to just throw it into the pig? Why? Because that was the only living organism around that a demon should be in. Because it doesn't need the type of life we need. It can live off darkness. It can eat You know what I'm saying? It can eat anything. That's a parasite. You understand? Now, when y'all start becoming the people that'll eat anything, and y'all don't even know it, and you still saying that these burgers taste good when it could be human meat, y'all gonna see one of these days how close of a connection y'all got to the spiritual realm. That's like you walking around and they casting a demon out of this person, and you say, hey, here, just throw it into me. I'll be a host. That's why they threw it in the pig, y'all. But y'all sitting here eating the pig. It wasn't just the fact that it was the pig that the demons went into. Yes, it went into the pig because the pig is full of parasites. It went to the parasites, man, where it belongs. A living organism. So it didn't go flustering around in the air and get to somebody else, another open human host. So they allowed it to go into a parasite because demons are living in parasites. They should not be living in the body. Or you're saying, oh, I welcome a physical demon into my body where I'm going to take care of it like a pet inside me. This thing gets to make its own decisions for you. Once it's connected with you, now it got you eating this. Now it got you drinking this. Now it got you smoking that. Now it got you hanging around with this person. Now it got you talking like that. Y'all don't think this is real? Cut out the sugar. Tell me what you see in the toilet. And then tell me how your next month go after that. Tell me. I got to do another cleanse, and I'm starting today. Day number 1. No more sugar again. Now, the last time I did a thing was like 2 or maybe 3 months ago. And look. This process works fast, but I want to show you how to make it work fast. Like I said, you want a real detox? Cut out the sugars, drink plenty of water, and eat pineapples for dinner for 3 days straight. On your 4th day, or possibly 5th day, you're going to shit out something, dog, that's not going to look like normal. It's not going to feel like normal either. It just comes rushing out. Well, like I said, if you don't want to have to take the time to kill their food supply and the glucose and this, that, and the third, there are other ways that you can get them to speedily get their ass up out of your system. And it ain't just a pill or ain't this flesh from the store and all this shit they trying to charge you money for. We got the right ingredients in the foods that God supplied for us that come right out the earth. But we talking about medicines and stuff. Even the medicines come out of the earth, all of them. Because if it ain't, it's made in the lab, and it ain't. That's the generic medicine, which does not go into an authentic body. You see what I'm saying? So going to the doctors and taking these pills and this, that, and that, that's called generic medicine. And they're going to tell you, oh, well, we got Zoflex, and this is the generic brand of that. No, all of y'all medicine is generic. Because the authentic medicine comes from the foods we eat. The food. And that's it. Stay up, y'all. Stay healthy. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you, man. We might talk again about this on a part 2 because it's definitely a lot to the subject, and I feel like I might have to go over this video just to see what I may have missed, so we can go back and we're gonna touch on those points. Now, listen, look, man, you gotta give me our credibility. If you don't, then you may not take heed. But I'm a smart fucking dude, Doug. And I am not going to lead you wrong. I am not going to steer you wrong whatsoever. Whether it be biblical, financial, spiritual, mental, I'm not leading y'all cats the wrong way, bro. I'm trying to help you by any means necessary, and I'm giving you the strongest things, bro. I am telling you, you want your energy, you want your life back, you got to separate yourself from these demons. And I don't mean that this is just through prayer. Prayer is not going to make a parasite drop out of your ass. You got some work to do. Okay? We're going to war with them. I'm going to help y'all war with these demons that actually reside inside of you. The real demons, because you can't say that you don't have any, but you got some inside of you. A real body of, when he said he coming for a church without spot or wrinkle, I'm assuming that's his temple. Each of us are temples. In these spots, in these wrinkles, he going to be looking for a body without a parasite, bro. That's what hey, listen. This is starting to be real strong to me. He showed me that dream last night, Doug. And all those people that had them things hanging out their mouth and all that, they was not getting into the kingdom. That's obvious. That's the plague. Remember, they said a plague is going to, take over the earth. First thing what we're dealing with right now, they told you that was a plague, this, that, and the third. And they try to show you some BS under a microscope. And then they try to tell you, it's airborne and It's like a frequency or whatever. But what was those pictures of this bio microorganism that you was lying and showing us? That shit looked like the shit out of my science book from third grade. That's the same picture. So what the hell are you telling us? Because you know that it's a parasitic thing and you're trying to get microscopic on it. But by the time this is a mass breakout, you ain't gonna need no microscopes. You're gonna be looking like, yo, next to this person, people are gonna be trying to pull them out of them. Yo, in my dream, people were trying to cut them off of them, pull them out of them. It was almost like trying to, you gotta cut your tongue off. You know what I'm saying? It was like to cut something that was literally attached to the actual body. Now, it was something else that I was getting ready to say before I wrap this up. Geez, man, this is why I said, like, when it comes to this topic, man, you can miss certain things that can be very vital information to the people. So I did tell them how to get it out the body. I would suggest 30 days no sugar. Because of the fact that these things are tied to a lot of emotions that we have and the things we go through that be on our mind, and we just start feeling these vibes out of nowhere and all this energy out of nowhere, and we're like, yo, what is it? I prayed today. I didn't fit. Yo, it's your appetite, dog. Look, don't hold me to it. Go try it. Do the 30 days. Come back. Tell me if you have any same problems, dog. Tell me if anybody can really get to you. Because now on the inside of you is all you. Okay? You don't have any other things that is attached to your host. You see what I'm saying? And this spirit, this body we live in this fleshful body it don't mind making deals with the devil. I'm telling you, the flesh that we live in, bro. That's why we got to crucify our flesh daily. Because this flesh does not mind making deals with the devil all the way down to the point where the kind of food that you eat. I want y'all to be safe. I want y'all to follow me on this. I understand. God showed me. So now this is going to be some of the lessons. We're going to talk about getting your health right. It is a reason why I'm doing this greenhouse and this garden and all that. And I explained it just a little bit, okay? Because there's definitely more to come in these new days and times that we're going to be living in. To the point where it's like, you're going to starve yourself. When the Bible said they're going to die from famine and pestilence, think about it. 1/3 of them is going to die from famine and pestilence. The other third of them going to die from the sword, right? And then the other third going to be spreading into the wind, right? That's the 1/3. But the 2/3 going to die from the first 1/3 going to die from famine and pestilence. And then the other ones from basically gun violence. So famine and pestilence. That means either they're going to be starving themselves or they're going to be eating the wrong foods that's going to put these pestilence on the inside of their body. Remember, a plague is a demonic evil spirit, but it also could be a parasite. Do you understand? A parasitic plague. Parasites is a plague in the body. Why? Because when they told you that we had the epidemic last time, why were they under a microscope? What were they looking for? Exactly. They try to show you a parasite, but you can't see them now. You can't see them because it kind of is airborne. But the real parasites are the ones that y'all are feeding. They still asking people, do they got Ovid or not? No. Do you got parasites? Because when they really crack on that machine, do you have any idea what's going to start forming inside their bodies with these strange metals and toxins and certain parasites that are being created in that body? Do you know that a leech can grow pretty fast? A parasite can grow pretty fast depending on the metamorphosis stage, phases that they go through. They can hit a certain phase that they've never seen before, and it can mutate them to the point where they can blow up like a jellyfish or a blowfish. You see what I'm saying? Organisms can do that. Organisms that can live in like water or body or tissue, those are the kind of organisms that can really swell up in a day and it still exists. And you're like, oh, how did things get so big? That's the kind of epidemic that I also see coming. Now, whether it was just a metaphor for me in my dream to be able to see what was happening to them, even if it wasn't coming out of their mouths, he is allowing me to know that these things are residing in the people. They're long, they're black, and they're about at least 4 feet long. and they come hanging out the person's stomach. And I'm going to assume that it's definitely coming directly from the intestines. Protect your intestines right now from the strange foods. Wash your hands before you eat. Drink plenty of water. Make sure you eat your vegetables every day, every meal. This is what they ain't telling us, dog. If you ain't eating whole wheat grape for breakfast and this, that, and the third, you better be eating greens and stuff like that for your every meal. I mean, every meal. Because it's when we don't do these things, you skip off a week, you're allowing a small little parasite in the body, boom, to exist, to create itself. And now, even if you say, I'm putting away them foods, I'm just going to eat salads for the next month, but you still drinking juices and sodas and coffees, and dog, that shit going to eat them salads with you, and it's going to get big by eating this glucose. You just feed it. It can eat anything. Remember? Y'all be thinking that just because you eating healthy, that these fucking parasites can't eat that shit. They can eat everything you eat. How you think they living in the body? It ain't just because of the bad foods. It's really mainly because of the sugar. Refined sugar. Natural sugars may be fine. Natural sugars come with fruits and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you to fall back on the fruits. Okay? Don't eat fruits while you're doing this process. Okay? This detox test is for vegetables alone. Vegetables and water. Okay? The only fruit that you should eat is the one that I suggested. Unless you find some other fruits out there that have a high amount of enzyme in it, which I told you, pineapples. If you're going to eat fruit, you got to eat the ones that got the natural sugars, but enzyme in it. That means the moment they go to try to eat that natural sugar thinking it's refined, that's real poison for them. They will die immediately because they're going to go eat it because they ain't going to know. See what I'm saying? So you want to know how to outsmart them. You want to know how to kill them. You want to know how to do certain things. Why? Because these things are demonically attached. And these fucking reptilians know this. You understand? They know this. They're the type of bodies that can eat a straight maggot. And that's their food. And their body can live off that. Us, well, I mean, we're humans, bro. This is why God didn't make that inside of us. So he does not want it inside of us because he knows what it's connected to. Like I said, that's why they cast that demon into the pig, because they know what that pig is connected to already. Pig is already full of parasites. Hey, just throw them in the pig. You're already full of them. Full of what? Demons. Okay? Till next time, I'm going to go over this video. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you, man. Peace and one love.